So this is a Bailey Pegasus Grande SE Turin. We're going to take you around the van and show you how it operates. Front of the van, you've got the jockey wheel, hitch and handbrake. We'll demonstrate these to you in person here on site. You've also got the ATC on the A-frame there, and again, we'll walk you through this while you're here. Coming down the side of the caravan, on either side at the front, you'll have two legs to stabilise the caravan while it is on site. You wind these legs down and just touch them against the ground, so it stabilises the caravan while you're using the van. You'd never lift the caravan with these legs, as it could potentially damage the floor of the caravan. You then come to your water pump connection, which very simply pulls out and pushes into the side of the van. You use the cap here or the cover here to lock it in place. It'll just lock in place on top here. Then the water pump itself drops down inside the aqua roll. You always need to make sure this aqua roll is completely full before you try filling the water system up. You've then got your Truma heating and hot water flue on the side of the caravan. You don't need to do anything with this, but you'd never cover it up, and you need to leave it open at all times. You've then got your motor mover and wheel nuts. So the wheel nuts will actually torque before the caravan leaves site, so you can see they've been tightened correctly, and we'll demonstrate the motor mover and show you how that operates, so you can see everything is working as it should. You've then got your two grey waste pipes. So you've got your two grey waste pipes on the side of the van, large diameter holes, ones where your grey waste pipes go into, and they'll drop down inside the waste master next to the van. On the front of the van, you've got your aqua roll, and that's where the wastewater comes out down here. You've then got your toilet flush tank on the side of the caravan. Toilet flush tank on the side of the caravan, you'll open this up and you'll put 3.5 litres of water in here and a cap full of the pink fluid prior to filling the system up. You've then got the toilet waste cassette in the bottom. You'll pull up the orange handle and pull the cassette towards you. The orange neck here turns out 90 degrees, so you can tip the waste away. You've got the grey cap here, which is your measure for your pink and your blue fluid. And on the back of the cassette, you've got an orange pressure relief button, so when you're tipping the waste away, it doesn't spit and splatter back at you. That cassette needs 1 litre of water and a cap full of the blue prior to use. On the back of the caravan on either side, you've got your wind down legs again to stabilise the van while it's on site, but like I said, you would never lift the van with these legs. Coming down the door side of the caravan, you've got your underbed storage at the rear, which you can also access from underneath the bed. Your gas locker, in here you've got the mounts for 2 gas bottles to be tied down, and then you've got your gas regulator built onto the van. We do have the gas pipe work available here on site should you need it. Behind the door, you've got your 2 fridge vents. The 2 fridge vents are very simply there to allow hot air at the back of the fridge unit and to take some cool air in. And behind one of those, there'll also be a gas flue for when you're in the fridge on gas. Going further down the side of the van, you've got a slide here that allows you to have 3-pin power in the side of the caravan. That's coming out of the van as long as you've got mains power connected, which as you can see is done just here. So you lift the cover up, push the connection in. You'll need to put the blue flap for your cable up into that hole at the top there. You've then got a storage locker for underneath the front seating area, and you've got your barbecue gas point on the front left hand side, and at the bottom you've got your wind down leg for the caravan also. Coming inside the caravan, to the right hand side as you walk in, you've got the main control panel. So you've got your main power switch, you've got your battery voltage at the top here, you've got your water pump run, which I'll come back to in a moment, you've got your interior lights and your awning light for the outside of the caravan. The first thing you're going to need to do when you come into the caravan is open all the taps up with it connected to power or on 12 volts, and your aqua roll connects on the outside. Open all the taps up on the hot side of the water system. Once all them taps are open, you can go underneath the seat on the front right hand side of the van, and underneath here you'll find a yellow drain down valve. This yellow drain down valve is what allows you to fill the water system up and drain it down when you are done. So when it's parallel with the floor, as it is at the moment, it will allow you to fill the water system up. If it's upright and pointing towards the bottom of the seat, it will drain all of the water out of the system on board the van. So like I said, with it parallel with the floor, we can then come over to the control panel by the door, and the tap open, turn the water pump on, and the water system will start filling. Once you've got water running out of every tap continuously on board the caravan, as we have now, we can then start thinking about warming the water up and heating the caravan. So just behind the sink, on the panel behind, you'll see that there is a black Truma control panel. This is the control panel that controls the heating and hot water. I'll show you how to turn it off first. So you press and hold the central button, and it'll come up with off on the screen. And then to turn it back on, you'll press and hold the button. And we do advise, or you do need to turn this off before you turn off the main control panel for the caravan. Now the first symbol that you see flashing here is your room temperature. So you'll hit on the icon, the middle button, and then you can spin the dial left or right to control the room temperature. We'll hit the button in the center to set that particular temperature. We spin the dial to the right when you've got the icons flashing here, and you've got the option for your hot water. So we'll press the button again. You've got off, eco, which is 30 degrees of water temperature, hot, which is 45 to 50 degrees, then boost for when you're showering on board the caravan. So you would need to set it to boost when you are showering. Eco is for when you just want the water to tick over and warm up gradually, and hot, for instance, when you want to do the washing up. We'll turn that off for now. The next symbol you see is the power source you want to use to power your heating and hot water. So we'll press the central button again to select. You've then got gas on its own, mix 1, which is 1000 watts of electric and gas at the same time, mix 2, which is 2000 watts of electric and gas at the same time. You've got electric 1, which is 1000 watts of electric on its own, and electric 2, which is 2000 watts of power on its own. Again, to select the power source you want to use, you'll press the central button, and it will either self-ignite on the gas system. It will come up on the screen, let you know it has failed to ignite on gas if you decide to use gas as a power source, or the electric will just kick in as it should, and you've got a symbol here to indicate that you've got mains power coming into the van. The next symbol you see on the end here is your fan speed. It's blown air heating, so you've got eco, high, or boost, depending on how you want the fan to work. If you want the fan to blow a lot of air around the van, I'd suggest you have it on boost, especially when the caravan is just warmed up, so it heats the caravan quicker. You have got some more advanced options down the bottom of the screen here. I'm sorry the screen's blurring a little bit, but down the bottom here, you've got a timer for your heating and hot water. You've got the time on the control panel and some advanced settings, which is mainly for the engineers. But for these three at the bottom, we do advise you read the manual that comes with the caravan. As if I tried to explain them in the video, it'd probably take me 2 to 3 hours to complete. Microwave, hob, grill and oven all work very much the same as your household appliances, no differences at all there. We then come to the fridge. Now first of all, I'm just going to show you the fridge. It does open both ways, as you can see. You do need to make sure before you try and open the opposite side up that it is fully locked back in place and it's caught properly. The same with the fridge below. So as you can see, opens from that side and opens from that side. However, if you've only got that locked in place there, for instance, and you try to open it from that side, it will not allow you to. And if you pull that too hard, it will break these handles. We're going to press the power button in the centre here to turn the fridge on. So as you can see, I've pressed and pressed in and held the power button to get it to come on. So to operate the fridge and to select what power source you want to do, you press the central button and it will bring up one line at the top here. So when you're on this top one, you can press the button again and you'll be able to control the fridge temperature, as you can see. And you press the button and it will go back to the home screen. You press it again and spin it round and go to the power source. You'll select the middle button and then you can select auto. So if you've got mains power connected, it will automatically go to mains power. 12-volt battery for when you're towing down the road, so the fridge works as a call box. That works off the 12-volt supply on the car only, not the caravan. You've then got gas. The fridge will self-ignite on gas, and to select any of these, you just hit the silver button, just tap, and it will go to the next power source. As you can see, we're on 12-volt gas next. Then you spin round to the 240 mode, and again, you can select the 240 mode to power the fridge. Like I said, it will self-ignite on gas. If it fails to ignite, it will actually come up on the screen letting you know it has failed. Let's go back to the main menu. You go back and then you can go through some more options at the bottom here. So you've got the light on the fridge on the front of the control panel. You've got the sound for the bleeper, which I advise you turn on. You've got the cooling fan for the fridge, and then the option to change the freezer temperature just here. So you'd select that, then go back, hit the button, and then you can control the temperature at the top here for the fridge. For the freezer, sorry. So that is how the fridge works. To turn it back off, you'll press and hold the central power button and the fridge will turn off. The last thing we go through on this Bailey Pegasus Turin is the toilet system in the bathroom. You have an electric flush on the toilet, so you have an electric flush on top here. You have a toilet full indicator light that illuminates red when the toilet waste cassette is completely full. The toilet seat itself turns for your convenience, so it turns straight across the van, as you can see here. And you'd need to have it in this position when you remove the toilet cassette from underneath the van, as if not, it could potentially damage the toilet cassette when you try and release it. And below the toilet, you have a grey waste handle, which you need to have opened up to allow the waste into the toilet cassette under the van. And also you need to make sure that is in the closed position when you try to remove the cassette, because again, that could potentially damage the toilet waste cassette itself. So that is the Bailey Pegasus Grande Turin. If you have any further questions on the caravan, please don't hesitate to give us a call here at the Caravan Company, and we'll be more than happy to help. We appreciate your business and we look forward to seeing you here on site soon. Thank you for now. Bye bye.